Donc vous tous, vous habitez dans la même maison.
Ok. Anna ne beni.
Et c'est ton fils. One firstborn.
Ti opasa me hwehwe sika ne ma no.
Vous voulez que je vous cherche l'argent là? Aussi ceci un peu.
Maman, tu oublies ne faire sika no.
Maman, c'est ton fils là qui a pris l'argent?
C'est lui qui a pris l'argent, c'est mon fils.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait.
C'est lui qui a pris l'argent là.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait ce canon. Tu es sûr que c'est ton fils là qui a pris l'argent?
Oui, je suis sûr, c'est lui qui a pris.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait.
In the name of the resurrected Christ, by the supreme power of Elohim, power of Elohim, in the name of Jesus. Yesu Kristo
Viens. Faut t'asseoir dessus. Si c'est lui qui a pris, s'asseoir dessus, ça va l'attraper. Et il va parler. Assieds-toi dessus. Si ce n'est pas lui, il n'aura rien. Si ce n'est pas lui, il n'aura rien. Donc la personne a donné l'argent pour que tu ailles confier à quelqu'un et puis l'argent l'est perdu, c'est ça?
Ça fait 1 250 000.
1.250. Donc vous tous, vous habitez dans la même maison.
Ok. Anna ne beni.
Et c'est ton fils. One firstborn.
Ti opasa me hwehwe sika ne ma no.
Vous voulez que je vous cherche l'argent là? Aussi ceci un peu.
Maman, tu oublies ne faire sika no.
Maman, c'est ton fils là qui a pris l'argent?
C'est lui qui a pris l'argent, c'est mon fils.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait.
C'est lui qui a pris l'argent là.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait ce canon. Tu es sûr que c'est ton fils là qui a pris l'argent?
Oui, je suis sûr, c'est lui qui a pris.
Aussi, on n'a pas fait.
In the name of the resurrected Christ, by the supreme power of Elohim, power of Elohim, in the name of Jesus. Yesu Kristo
Faut t'asseoir dessus.
Sorry, answer. So on a fire transfer à dîner bêtino.
Si c'est lui qui a pris, il s'assoit dessus, ça va l'attraper.
Amana kene no masem.
Et il va parler.
International.
Assieds-toi dessus.
Si
ce n'est pas lui, il n'aura rien. Si ce n'est pas lui, il n'aura rien.
Sorry.
Lève-toi.
Mama Bla.
Maman vient.
Traço.
Calmez-vous. Silence. Maman, il faut t'asseoir.
Africa keke. No about some of I Casabia what it. Minim say Empire me bomber IDP training and me shira me afi. Islam Empire at my IDP makoso of Empire ma dem ya. Amen. Obi ba ka say me slow one entry police. Enso. Bien ma was so terminal. South Africa, you have the president. Ghana, you have the president. IGP.
Adepa fatame. Adepa fatamio. 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 Adepa fatame. Adepa fatamio.
Hey, get away from there. Okay, who's on family? Watch your mouth. Bible says, "Change him a cool." I know it's him a good teacher. I don't know how to do for me. It's because I have the pot for cow. I have the pot for cow. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Why ready? I have the pot for tummy.
Adepa fatame. Adepa fatamio. 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 Adepa fatame. Adepa fatamio.
Hey! 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 Calorica! Hey! C'est generation! Hey! Our Samu! Hey! Our Jilla! Hey! Our Samu! Hey! Our Jilla! Hey! Our Samu! Hey! El Avila! Hey! El Avila! Hey! El Avila! Hey! Abila Taji! Hey! Abila Taji! Hey! Abila Taji! Hey! Kufila! Hey! Kufila! Hey! Kufila! Hey! Yakubiemu! Yakubiemu! Mapai! This is Google Fanya Juma. El Abila! Hey! El Abila! Hey! Musormo! Shagarimu! Shagarimu! Ataji! Sodimu! Sodimu! Mamsho! How many room for you? What be any man here? You can't buy bosom. You won't see. I have yet. What did you start to
abusiafo mechia obia me obia kwaba nane kwa na eko ai and Thursday February 24th. I have to check my calendar to see. And Thursday February 24th 2022, the year of our Lord. That's amazing. That is wonderful. Yeda nyame ase abusia se wode na chayen na sabre di ahyiamu ewo LMLS platform so meda obi a wo hwe me bia ase nyame hwa wo bia very important, and you're about to talk about the essence of making love, the essence, the importance, how valuable it is of making love. It's a same win or having sex. It's same win. I am not yentanka. I am not nkofubi pesebe kan hwasem. But to me, it's very, very, very only American very no, very, very, very important in our work as people, as human beings. And you know, ya jibre for the past 3 weeks in here. Every week be an try save massa sex education once in a week. I'm jiri se bebo bia. And me pachopi ya me favor kese pa. Mwaba click on the share button. So I na bomodi I say ube share program. Na fe you know unsubscribe we are subscribe to yam page your friend saying LMLS Mac Abani Ministry unsubscribe we are me pachopi bomodi and subscribe my yen. Na Facebook no more watch me live YouTube Mac Abani Ministry into more money me a YouTube page and papacho monko na monko subscribe yen LMLS. And this uncommon way am come hu hia yen papa. Any abedwafo betwetwe nkomo. Asofo beba so yebenya mma bia join yen ai. Yenu aba Suzy so be join yen. E be say this uncommon way. The essence of making love. And that the essence of making love, no, you be looking into how what excites the couple on bed. Then excitement because to some people making love is a punishment. Yes, a man member be they don't make love, they get proper punishment on the bed. Then excited, arousing, sex muno excitement in a woman as married couples unsaka very important. I be discussing. Obviously, you be looking into personal hygiene before making love. I will be okasa one. My goodness, which means say sorobo for person background ma. And you know you be this we. The reason being is say me so for nyame adom oni nkofo di nkomo do masem bre obom pai so be siesie sem se meka problems e wa mu a se mi nsura na me han mani a asosofo no meka chiro say emu 85% is about sex problems. I'm telling you, ebimu suffer in silence. Into the name rain the person gibre ni this ankomo wi. To me pacha won share ya mento so and the shares e were very very down. To me pacha momodiana fatu mame. So na share broadcast ni enko ni minim de ntiana ebimu ba share ni ya omodin sa but LMLS, we are pleading with you. Say click on the share button and invite people to join us. Better crowd, you can go on the phone and speak to a friend. Tell the friend to join the broadcast today because you better go deeper. You better cancel. Hey, before no, me who say video we send them from them now. Chim, but some okay, Imanola there. Imanola there so about cool. Tia some Imanola there no can we? Tia some Imanola there.
Three more than rough. Three more than rough. Three more than rough. Three more than rough.
Oh, we are saying, oh, it is just a son heading. Is any three more thing or is it three more than rough? Yeah, some. Okay. Very, very important. Obisa Blessed Park Kweku Jr. was say, you wrongly accuse the gospel must go without proper investigation. Hey, Nampacho, Paboko there. And or say, you wrongly accused the gospel must go without proper investigation. I was very disappointed when I listened to his side of the story, then realized you were totally wrong about his accusations. Blessed one, on the day that I did the program, for some year bias, some are taking the side of Evangelist Luther Afawua. Also, kind of complete opposite. Say me against Luther Afawua. Whether I'm against him or not, you know, and yet me prove it. Everyone wants to be a kasa. And no treme in Crawford. They don't listen to your video. My program ya chawon. And you know, sometimes you know be true be and she and never contokwa. But most people write without watching. Or be sure without even listening to what you've said. It's clearly 100%. Everyone wants to watch us. Which means into we are so nyabutra. We be kuntokwa bi amfaso bi ani so. We committee make can be a trend say when no accuse me wrongly wa. And you know, and Irish because I thought you took his side. And go for erring game. So I take the side of Afawua. Or no so completely opposite. So that's it. A child say, who did you make the I say, who or shankani, and was so tobo. Now, who shed the coso. Which let me say, who program now or click here no who ya na no comment one can say I need the due diligence when me catch 100% say the watch no when me because in 7 I'm kind about 90% or even more was tilting towards evangelist Rita Fuwa but when me tim patch me enko en mu free ho I ma minchi adofo platform this way muni ho ani ho ntimi sremo mo ma menko wa comment na metime hu na machia wo me hu Gregory Nyame Shaw Kojo Yansani na ti saying more blessings me hu one and only na say wa nana ye pon a ma mente unka why definitely ye pon a ma mente unka ave me hu opon Kojo Nyame Shaw papa Kathy Mendes Kathy saying more blessings I me hu Susie or Susie enche obeba so why I lovely me hu lovely amuafua okay and I lovely I see you I okay upon Kojuso ha me hu no dada hey mawo awo ohima frempoma Nyame Shaw awo apostle I enche yebeba sisi very important. All right. Nana Bedua. God bless you very much. Hey, Ajodo Menza. Was it such foolishness at its highest level and jokers in Kwasa? When will many of these so-called Christians acquire knowledge and learn productive sense? When Domzo Munya Christopher Poem somewhere soon for Ajagraja. Minwie yo matumebo so hwa Ajagraja video no before say beka sex ho asem no wo hwa Ajagraja video no a ototofe ne mo a osem nso eno na me di adanse che say nipa tuntum na okay ma minchi akofo mi na hu Regina Andam Regina it is saying na nakoto say mi chia papa Nyame Shaw and was look at all these foolish things hey kwesi bodu kwesi na it saying Michiao pa only wife in Ebusiafo na Michiao kwesi. God bless you. And Salome Fafa Ableta. Salome net is saying Michiao papa. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. So blessed coach be that was you seem to be a good job as sometimes you rise into conclusion. I've never rushed into any conclusion on this program. Lizzie in Cancer, Lizzie Michiao Papa Tina, and it is saying Tina Michiao Papa Pata J Michiao and Nyame Shaw ne family Nina. All right. Busha for Mami to come anyway. Shosha Jagwaja video now. Is it this one? Let me see if I can find that one. Let me see. Hey, we are home. What is your video? Oh, we are many of my and what took of bread in the bubble and the one. It's you know, or 2 more one almost so in crime. Ain't you know, Nyamenyo until the adult of Kumasan. Slavery penny. Bon, the way I almost pray with one or 2 okay, the way almost pray. Any power that we get. A man is full of from over granted. Check. Yee! Pan why you chow. All in the name of intention. Check. One. Oh, nipa mabo, ehianya de power. Ehianya. Kemema ni mano maya lanka, omaya obibeso maya lanka. Bon, akwanu akoko tu unko na nimu abra unko. They say why you move for le. Hey, Edion. Hey, here cry. God punish poverty. Hey, oh, okay. To along hey, be proud. Hey, okay. That yeah, woo. Okay, what to on them piano was away. No, you fast. Okay. Wow. Because wow, the story was even your dance here. We are not about one we are different to you. We are shey and the obofo no obi ni mu ye nsunsun etu oto a no mu ye awrade hu nipa tuntum obo ehia ne aho kire enya de pakra na ntu oto a no ma huri no me se ajagraja menwie no dabi me ye no hu program bi a ebe shock obi a on social media ma ye quiet on it na enam kwan mu ebeba edi na ahia ebeba because it look as if se men kwa ni obi oba social media me hu se akwa we nipa bonini because he has paid his way. PAID. He has paid his way. But what I say, had to media, no, and the media who is supposed to educate and inform the public about these activities, you know, they are rather in bed with Ajagraja. They are in bed with him, and mudi bonny together. It wish nipa deseni na sanfo we ebeko binimo so binim na yes idea we are and ka social media no so nka se nka net 2 ko nan ko afa ene odidi obinim no obo formatem so mo ye omo se nkraman wo ma sore dem oh komu na be hu program we mi wiam besani akoma e ko na ba e ko na bo emi nu ya ho wiam besani ama no na ma me hwe so be hu program a oh look as if say omo nka wo ene na ha me kakra no by ko na ba de wiam besani ama no we are me videos ni na so ama no because the way I or expose charlatans I really love it but some profo ways you medie no ebro de obi ni moye ensebo mo ka kire members no it's more than the obi ni moye adomo de expose omo bi enye yana. They all have to be exposed because they are all doing the same work but different brand. Oh, into that the end, oh yeah, maybe the end we the with the way go because you are fair. But we share media channels be brave omo hype no. Be we so hine ba je no mo hype Ajagraja, Kwaku Menu no hype Ajagraja, Zion Felix no mo hype Ajagraja. But we are wrong. You see, the onim papa na wanye no e bone de man. Nipa ba ko le kodi fan me from Mfantefo. You see aboa ko tewo ho no. One a fita ne toilet e fita ne nso na tuntum tu e kire bone sem. Itini se ade na nye na wo so utu ehu we ase a tuni nyina ase entu bi njabi. Utu bi jabi a you are being hypocrite. Tuni nyina. But are they afraid of talking about Ajagraja na say because let's be real to ourselves. See about platform isua. Say bishop why na ya dia we talk about it because we need obi abewudako. But when somebody like Ajagraja, a fake and a fraudster like him, 1993 ni wait about or your empty barrel, only power be and they are afraid to talk about him. Why? Because what Timia opposition who in a way say, Ukra bibia, me miss ungrahe. Media come to me kumnipa, I should be number one. Pajotia say, but matumebo, I will come to that. I am matumebo, I will come to that. 18 minutes, my edin, no one semoho. Move shocking. Until they made tumebo ebeba. So, but we are no the edible ban or see edible techi. Meme dear no. The edible ban or see edible techi. You know, a corner about do iminia. You are forwarded in Nakomano. I am forwarding or being so a wajuma. I obey wajuma. Papa, because open spiritual for one. One would almost say omo nim Jesus. But omo spiritual. They are wicked. Etinu say me fan is a jagraja wo ho na won kan jagraja. Who painted picture me who said you are simply against Christianity. That is how I see it. Because there was so many things why of course Ghana scamming through almost some religion activity. Yes, sir. Now me tell you, no. We are not being fair to ourselves. And to be our for, but these people use this as for nobody trended. And then for Azamba Kokura Bagana de Omofa Bible. Nobody I say Bible no kwafo. Say den dan hwebenkum na de na twene ne hwebenkum. Won so be a whole program. Omo before some beba na safo no beba no say asofo no nye. Etinu omo destroy asofo no. Omo gudwa no. No mo dia promote bibi for dey friend new world order. Etinu pa cho social media so be smart. E bi bebo time. Obi ba woni atem obekasa nice. But or your antichrist. I wish say nyame be bie woni say Christian. Jina wujidi anim. Ebi mo ye de enye of course eye Christosum is white. Na suma Ghana 70% plus there. Boni wom. Police for boni wom. Judges boni wom. Even ye na ado the ministers ne MPs no mo Ghana. Boni for wom. Even a boni ni. Etu peke boni no. Na wuntimi nka papa wom. Now, person chese born into Christus. You are an antichrist. You are not being fair. And you can say, it's how 4 years. Who can say a bind for you, then they protect it. But Bonnie wa bang. Bonnie wa judges and Bonnie wa police for you be to county police for number of policemen. Our moody police in accoutrement, they ma arm robbers. Yachichi police for be too. And in young close to Ghana police. But we are say fair. We are fair. It was subject. When people come on our platform, they know that we don't. Yes, so near maso. Fair justice. That is what we're supposed to be. What I say? And tiny being yabi. Yeni na pepepe. As a target is about Christians, Christianity. There, then you are a failure because you can't destroy Christianity. You can hurt it. Fine. The mind can change. But the principle of Christianity, no one can touch it. It can never be destroyed. It can be one, it will still stand. Sanity, because it's the truth. No claim to me do, no claim to me, no crossing to me shit. You can try to paint it black, but truth will always stand tall. And Christianity is truth. No credit. Bring to me. No credit. What I say? It's moment na ye ade pepe. I know mo factory channel na dey. I make no ho say. Mama fa link nim ko mama fa. Mama fa Facebook na nzekra dey. Me review am fa nchame nyame a. Mama fa nkona afa ye ni yankomo 10. Abusia ai me pia link na so dey ama me review. Asemo. Okay. All right. Any human institution is not angelic or perfect. That is the truth. It may send the accusers here. Number 2 say maybe and you because of sex. When did you want? When in you want I saw you before. I mean can is unnecessary kakra. It share question be a fatwa. Then you won't come. A man has not enjoyed sex. Never. Omani mema da bia wo mienu ebi okunu awo miensa but we enjoy sex that. We enjoy bi da. Mpenifo wasem bi omoka. Very very important. Omo wasem bi a omoka. Na sansem no omoka no. I say our remuno on blender ajare. Blender me using one example. Analyzing cancer. Blender me using your example. I say Annie. Say be when you offended. So I me using your example. Nya bonnie cancer, but we say Annie. We your ba me beka or basem. And as lazy in cancer. Me using your example. Try yes, mamia. I'll mention your name and use you as just an example. Okay. I am person will be very offended. Okay, Belinda Jarvis and Ubi or Nebia. One Belinda, what were running it to them? Near was a way as Beman on yet. You will never enjoy Belinda. Then you can say more or baby I you for. And it's really good. So baby I be you for. What I mean by German for is the way you can't say say about we dear and pem dear way German fool. Unye bia ubenya problem. As of for the baby to the over. Or baby to me go wild. Or baby it depends on the man. Now a Maya wild in bed. Now they turn into something in bed. It depends on who they have on the bed. Now, a man may be a while. Omo, and now omone a madan. And now omone a madan. A baby chewa debi. And only a friend is save yourself. Save yourself. Into blender some funny example. Save yourself, and I say, any JB or Barnaba or the ho. I say timber garden. No other ho. Na your friend no be a chance and so who be a suya kataso. Me no can't come for some friend be a chance and so who be a suya kataso. Do you know what it means? It means say Obani you're happy. Obani is not with you. Na kuma yira. Be man so person neda. Obani okwa sorry. Ya throw Bible ni say mfa ho nkame ukunu. Ento so di Bible no so mfa no ho nkame ni kunu. Enti no owo. What happens? Save yourself na be man no benyani saying. Ubi a chance ni so a uwi na wakata so. Oba na da ho saa. Nti wo na be ro ne pant no so wabi a chance ni so. Woni ne da wi a no wasa akata so. Onye hwe oye bobomle. No da ho uwi a na wokọ. Ube man a punishment to you and a punishment to Obano. And your friend is save yourself. Oh, muncho mami, save yourself. Mami your friend is save yourself. Muncho obi ancho bi mami, save yourself. What's up, bro? Be hey, me amini what's up, bro? Na oh, na me dey na me yeni. Okay. What am I doing? Where is your baby? Oh, it was be unsure save yourself, mommy. So I mean you are changing the profile picture into me who dear kosi. Okay. Won't you save yourself in my young way? Okay. Okay. All right. Medina to win in my okay. Nyamina, I say, you're saying, save yourself. That way of sexual intercourse is known sex with the corpse. Oh, I asem, Nana say, sex with the Nana say, Pokunam saying, sex with the corpse. Uni dead body pana. Oh, I'm telling you, it that excitement, Obi, I'm telling you, or baby, wa. Wani be manda, wani ni kunada, but wani nendaye. Bembe bisu oswa unya excitement biya. E manwa ayane kase omu ompem o oma say iwoba we die wasay no. Hwe bembe biya wo platform bisu oswa ompe bi no ontwero mame. Me say bema wose onya wo ba wo mpem. Ni wo ba no wo ye bibia bi a bema ne se na ninje ho. On chro ma me say na ninje ho ye moa Roman sisters for no. A di Roman sisters for no call bed matrix no. Di rampemu no. Umunya problem. So make catch no. Hwe. Yakopon bo nipa no. Me ka nyame asem. Ndi nkase sofo pa na akasa sa no. Men fa gro ho ntu kekanzem hunu. 1 man niema miensa ye body ye soul and ye spirit yenim kura Yesu ka se de wo kaiser ne fama no Nyankopon a wo create sex no onim for a reason ntino men kekanzem hunu sex is so a spiritual act a dia ano ding ehu kama entino ene yenya bra ye di nkomo yi patcho ate ase eti body no dia body ni hia no na se kom di wa didi enuane so no ye wo varieties of food na nuane so no ye to ye boni ye prepare ma wa ede asempara me kacho no hwe ye yi personal hygiene free mu a na die ya semu menkasa freely ana because ye nkofara na bi ma dwene nyew ele mama so for the mre na ye nguso also bro pacha ma send mu ma menkasa freely na menkasa freely mon kan kire me na yes wo wa na ye tag ye nkofo no ma dwene nhyeda nye papa abuja mon share broadcasting ya semu oba bia ye oba o nam se yi personal hygiene free mu a hey umpese me kasa freely abon kan kire me na me kasa freely ai is it prophet talk freely me hwe ni pe hwe yen na me hwe likes na de bia na se empama chawo na mon like in video mu hwe gu man ne en se hwe so dia se nti mon like it na mon share man but some men, they think if you show them your skill, they think you spoiled. It's a spoiled thing. What's I'm making? Someone spoil it, yeah. Will be your problem. Me make us our own. Okay. Yeah, some more. Jay. Emma or baby are wild, but sometimes in a temperament and a baby are timid. But when you find one that you love, anything I love, a premise or don't one name, it was so yen near maybe or do ya near or don't yakasa, baby, I love you, Debbie. Flower no de mount a yen near into a door one ye muntin near now, bayano, and I didn't hear my babonte. What does it? Na vagina beer. Sweet. You win and maybe or what? As for me near my coshisha, so must see no many at their day. Janse Muno. Jai. As a pana make a chono. Vagina beer, ye very powerful. Apart from say, Macas personal hygiene, until never can was him. We personal hygiene from no treat yourself yeah. Vagina be a powerful. But a power, it depended the one in a damn pemono. Ni obey a mount at that moment. It is a nippon or a wilder. No one named the oya. Not or pay the oya no or enjoyer. I'm telling you, what do you mean castle baby at the chair or baby? But a dear or baby yet. And a mau power baby, chain or baby. True. It's only Yenasono. Sandy Yenasono. Yet, you plan on in a shian, how a more clicky bear the wood do bear man, no ban so brain was the banner. When that relationship is there, my goodness. Patriotia say, a very powerful. What I say, ain't you know? A very important. See a betiasie. It will jaw yereho. Akofo before fra because we enjoying one. It means something is wrong somewhere. Because your caution, a be one. But so person so near. near way. I'm telling you, Mama was secret to be and son ye pan me who panel in an amdio maguso. Mamin Cassim in show. Mema de bu a man so bema way 2 minutes, bema way 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Bema be in way 2 minutes. Mamin man in Cassa. When a man or Cassa bema be a 2 minutes, a say, woo, oh, why ye? Into almost 2 minutes, no. Because near was a bit timia yen, yes, I into a band won't feel anything. There is no chemistry, there is nothing going on. But say Bimpa Beman will jais up or Bani jais up Beman. Now, Bem crying for 2 minutes. No, who could see before now we and near beer. Say 2 minutes to crown one or Bani who said a 30 minutes. I make catch up. A man, Babbe catch. Hey, make a what dear grow. More play romance, more foreplay be beer. Would your banner could do the kingdom of Unwan? Would not travel, would not quachia. Share. Hey, Mombasa for the banner. No, so broke Saturday night, and we say, there be our person friend Anna. I put your company. Aye, me who sister Susie Hana, Mum Bessa for your banner. Hey, Mamunya program the mom is so necessary. Aye, Mamunya program the mom is so because hey, Osofo. Oh, now the patch. Yes, sir. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Empacho Montague Apostle Jacob on Mamina. Yes, I know. Okay, my own mommy sees you at Chiroho. Koyon can say, Mark, let's call a spade a spade. I've heard some vagina smell so terribly bad. Uko hiya then. Kojobu, oh, try so very clever. I have heard. Oti obwa. Uko hiya then. Enti ameka say, ye personal hygiene free mu a. Enti ne beka wasem na man beba. Ye personal hygiene free mu a. Now they are can very important too. Oh, enti no. Se o person who call the kingdom of Unwanwa. Na we enjoy party. O baby a do. O munchro mame. Every woman they sweet. Munchro mame. But you be antro be mame. Mary say you do your only program today. Mary, I say mo. Obe bia ye sweet. Oboa nyame nkwa na meye sister Susan o ha. Susan Asante o ha. Mame fa na ntosi na hu se nyame nkwa na me o ha. O akire ha. Ai. Uzi wani yawu. Mary wani yawu we. Mama Susan akwa ba Susan pa cha o mute me na me minji awo. Good evening. Nampacha pom to say, Mami Susanna.
Radia Dum Apombo for
Fantastic.
all your audience and friends and family on the platform.
Fantastic. Ebusia for Mamika Susanna, Mami trying short sir. I will cheer mu in our platform so I will cheer will be na yamia dum be boko. E ka Mary nko ananka me nko na me ye bato boa. Nyame wo ho asofo no beba. Enche osofo Jacob ni Montague Apostle me kwa me be frɛ no. Ai enti ndan ye bedi di nkomo se ye ansa na yako deep kakra. So enti no o person ba program no so aka kyerɛ me a metime de waba beto sibi so very important. Mami Susanna, I want to be adwin so baby are sweet.
Anne, me no be adwin pa say baby are sweet.
Because me ka baby I want to make vagina bia o.
I de nyame ball ne no anu ye say adibia nyame say purpose no e fulfill it doesn't matter what the size, the length, everything.
All right, me question me maybe self see Mama main kind is our comment away from Nana Sepoku. Nana Sepoku say many had suffered or are still suffering because of the secrecy sexual intercourse with even unmarried couples are shrouded. Okay. There must be sex education before, during and after marriage to give detailed explanation and teaching of hygiene and the sexual act is correctly performed. Okay. In most cases, one has no knowledge of sex act. Then food Christian lifestyle spoil good things, like a woman asking for sex from a husband is even misinterpreted. Church groupings like women fellowship, men's fellowship, church groupings like men's fellowship, women's fellowship, and youth ministries must allocate times for such important education. Bam, very important. You go deep into that. Na ya seminar na say poku akeka ho asem say e fa wo ye list so a ya pese ya discuss so very important. Ebusuan pe question bi a o try be ko yanim na ya hwe. Mami me enko recap kakra. Mami Susan, last week you're talking about the importance of sex. You make and you can see me sex in here. It was here having a be and you know, Bobonema be munisuma na afi ne fa na de nwura mi ne ntia sex is important.
I anokwari last week ye can be say sex wo hwe eyema ye nipadua say ye no wani gie kwan so a eboa ma ye nipadua no esisi so ye ema ye ni gie enya ni gie no so na ema ye mpomuden asai ye exercise ma ye bu bi ko gym. But a good sex life, no to say you walk gym nankasa. Enti you move your honor say ye active. Na ya me ya dom na it me enjoy the sex life in our marriages so na e be keep healthy. Na ye boss say sex no so a good for it's antidepressants. Ni pebia when ni anti NG another be now yellow and trim cry be can say
yes who oba why bomb one say niam ko yi wo be mo
visa no ono ne sa no se wonya good sex a ubehu se da bia ona mana o sresre when say
qualifying say good sex, not just any ordinary sex but good sex wo
ai sana be man so na niti wo mpemu a ono so no ona mana ne be man SCP ona ma otimu say yes be manie oba monyam oba niti oba nkunimdie mu enti sex ade a nyame ebo mani pa
ne ye can say sex no e boost your confidence e wa bonten
am papa my confidence na e kosro e be oyi osofo a na ni ji wo mpem ni preaching ko ene osofo so aye di bonnet body on so ni preaching ko
we there asofo ni bo mbe confirm hey osofo a ye the money ye jemu ye the money ye pa ni preach ye different on
am papa ya hosi ye bonnet
osofo so kasa ten tumi so kan sem na insi asem bia so na say why depressed kakra en fama no
ene be bia ato
ma bi season pa wow because any prior stressor a very important in two Bible say two is better than one. So
yes,
very important. Yes. Two is always better than one. 18 say when your sex ne boost to confidence and kasa with power. With a certain kind of arrogant and not in a bad way, but you know, with certain pride, be your chest is up, you're very confident because you know say somebody loves you and somebody cherishes you. Yes, sir.
Yes. And somehow you relax. On the Bemati, yes, I did not know why you tense. And Channel the Wolf, Obi kasa ne ho apomo so yiyi ma no because I see hono enema bi nkoye obi say oboso na anye ya onu kwa de na onya bibi di blue balls ebeye ne ya ma hwe ya omnu na ma bi susu ekodi bone no enti sex, a good sex life is a distressing yeah, especially a war baby ye see I stress and you good and I can say it see the happy hormones in us. I mean person may use to clinical words because yeah and but Pastor Jacob Abe or no any area or be used the right terms and clinicians at here but to a layman's understanding and no guama also so when he edgy ewo ni pedium and it yes so emma in pomudin.
All right. And then no one said the kind and it yes so emma pomudin. Pastor Jacob Oni Osavo Mpacha Wakwaba.
Good evening. Where will program wait here? Micho be let me show be I saw pay intro be my program no. Na powerful. Now that make us a program where I'm me fear higher shit because program after no oh now after also share program I mean you know a job fear
don't patch my messing in me patch.
It's a serious matter. When you're sure, it's a very serious matter. But one show Makoye Abraham.
A job if your power bem.
Oh, power beam.
Fantastic. Now, we are software before to make anything else. And now, yeah, you knew about Susan. Yeah, my Susan, I can't say, your friend is saying, software, yeah, the man one permanent, yeah, the mo year. We preaching cry yeah enlightenment was so far no my sign there they know what it is
powerful because yeah the mouse na we see pop who say so far no mobile dramatic in they don't get it. That's why they try and get it in the church. Well until we are free now who preach holiness better because we show be we show be now we need shit. Why you're confident? Why you screws thing in loose? Why come into a true? And no interference with the anointing. Anointing is straight. Now we
anointing come.
We are frustrated. I won't say Holy Ghost person you but your frustration is blocking. But when you are free. Into no true.
All right. What you into told now konase. Or software be full of rough. I check it off mammy, Eufi. And the true mum who preaches so quotation in what tea. And just some get to and my rate me feed the old Ubekina because body chemistry name work here. It is idea where I am boss we know. And not the who here pa. And very, very important. Apostle, my Miss Susan last week, you know, need tea or say have sex. What the back be home now for you know, yam 200 so. Or some rubies and train and over.
Okay, I mean, sex is good because on coupon and a design is sex. And also catcher Adam, of course, in the context of marriage, say, be fruitful and multiply. That means that God's intention for man is to multiply through sex, and sex is for enjoyment. Yeah, they not. MC and sister were cunning in but you see, who having sex here is a natural painkiller. Well, because you're never
sex is a natural painkiller. Montro my answer saying a bar no natural. Obi and be my sex is a natural painkiller. Papa Yanko.
Into Obi having sex I mean happy sex, your body naturally feel less pain. Now, the reason being so, they say, you never be a body anymore, your friend endorphins. Endorphins. And the endorphins are natural painkillers. And they improve your memory, they reduce stress, and they also kill inflammation. And once
inflammation.
Yes.
Also to I say 7 to bona kind of mako. It will say endorphins na number 1.
Improve your memory and your mood.
Okay, just say will be or tire mood no be and red tire fifi near man. O tire have sex ultimate kai near man tentem.
Yes, because who have sex you feel high. Well, who feeling high. Meanwhile, won't take it drugs well, and it come inflammation and so.
Okay.
And it reduces stress. You know, that means that the levels of the stress substance, me breaking it down to layman's which is called cortisol. Well, cortisol is like a stress hormone. Now, I know about body more. It me well, in fact, studies people stress. I mean, if you are very unhappy, what mean cardiomyopathy? They have a name for it. In the end of it, the boy boost the body, you know. And another one you release is oxytocin. Oxytocin increases trust, and it also is a bonding. It bonds you closer to the one that you have sex with. And here for bonding and for trust. I mean, and mother and child, a bonding. I mean, mother and baby, a bonding together. And then your dopamine also improves the mood. I said it's a rewarding hormone. Well, so some people just go on shopping. Some people do things to get pleasure. The reason why they do that is that when they do that, it releases a substance called dopamine, which makes you feel happy, satisfied, and rewarded. Into sex, and it's a good form of exercise. Well, sex is a very good form of exercise, and I think that is all I'll add.
Apostle Baden Isaac say, good sex is a serious brain activator.
Oh yes, and I can say improve memory because who have an orgasm, 30 areas in your brain fire off.
Hey,
yes, 30 areas orgasm, the 30 areas in your brain. Into the brains no activated. I'm just breaking it down to layman now brain no into a good.
Very good.
To say kind of some people, not all the women who have sex at least 5 times a week. It reduces the danger of you having prostate problems.
5 times a week. 5. It's a man that was some ready, some will receive anointing 5 times in a week. 5 times in a week. Into 5 no cry be a day be or cry say to me about 3. And a day be to me 2 and 4 and 1. It depends on man's strength or band the capacity to be receive one. But at least 5 times in a week, person who could be prostrate here. Now, to me, the banana no one grow for a long time. One, but more than a year open sesame 5 times a week. 5 times in a week. It's very important to remember Montreal 5 times in a week. Until you say you met him, case and on quan best stop you. It may prevent it. An apostle kind. It may see an old coin. And the possibility no, it may minimize it. 5 times in a week. Papa Mpacho to us.
And to me feel say I mean last week no ye kakra into way no you know.
All right.
And it makes for a happy home. It makes for a happy home.
It makes you
happy sex no into kwabiamba mwenyaje you know. And it improves your cardiac health ni bibia. You know.
So reduce the feeling of insecurity. On say Oba ni kunu tane ni ndani ya no fuse ni kunu pena anase bibi asesa. Sana bema susu ani train eni ni ndani no fuse bibi atuchima woni bema ni ho ana anase ni nipadua atuchima wo ho ana nti no se we nyina atutoso ya ema enipa wo ha na onya asundwe ni yira na ni kunu tina.
Very important. Thank you very much. And Mami fan also for Kasimbi and Candy Ebekan who dear, but Asimbia could be a semi pono. And me and Ken Wansem. Or say 5 times in a week. And I was say sex to take place. A foot ben at the man about 5 times in a week in Wansem. Possibly 5 times in a week.
Well, I think, sir.
It was also my Susan and call your bar.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I'm Susan 5 times in a week. e dey futu na wo na be kan wa se e dose no do edi kan dose.
Well, on say ejina couple no how active are you in your day-to-day life no. Into the activities na ye on a weekly basis and daily basis impact on your sexual life so. You can say 5 times in a week. Born my baby born more 7 days a week. No. Obeba kra na wabre. Into oni eni anatoni amodin a odi beye sa. Meti say enkofo bi report say omukunum ye adwuma dodo omu ye workaholics omu nya time ma wo. Oba onfa adwuma mbra na waye dem wabre. Enti I would say as much as you get make use of it. Then say make it 5 times a week, is good if you are available and your lifestyle no permitted that. Hallelujah. Go for it. But
na say be more also to me say they can make room. Say it's cabinet car so you go down. Every time I in the business schedule no. And sir when adentina intimi and create sa lovely atmosphere nka say okay ade we dey a core factor of your relationship intini ye fa ndi agro kra eno so no.
Well also for ade bia this one be when say ye pese ye nya sa excitement na ene ye pese ye ka ho asem no wo sex mu a edru ba bia ye fast on it na Emma obia passion rise high. Emma obia a condo. Enti say mubesiana. It's like you gel up and everything becomes stronger. With some of your memo.
Oh, to my own.
Enti I thought it one man like everyday lifestyle. So I won't say na said your mokani cannot miss no. Amana ye bibi inti a break kakra no so boa. Emma come back yes. But say nyame ye wadom na say every day no or 5 days no betimi a and I say mo e kwan da mo ho dey fine. But I will also recommend say do baby so the break will bring you guys together strong.
And no na Kwame Bedu can say, even if you are not available, make it partial. And this is the way.
Partial. I'll say, when it comes to intimacy now, there are 2 ways. We have a time created for the 2. That one, you have separated yourself from your busy lifestyle and everything to make time for each other and to entertain each other, be there for each other. And there are times as well, yes, you don't have the time, but you make fun of it wherever, especially it may be that your wife is cooking, you came home, you saw him and you saw her around and you feel like, going for it. That then it happens. That one is a different case. And when everyone, you find yourself in a very quiet place and it calls for itself. That one partial, yes, it is possible. Okay. And nighttime this is also partially possible. But yeah. Partial na ayini mbemusa.
Passion wrong. And the man, oh, the Ebebaho. Baby Bisa also for Jacob, Sassemna. Also, Robin and Pachapum to say. And the Bibia Boko.
Bibia Boko, pa.
What did he pa?
I follow my bomb pie, mom.
Ukraine for no. Oh, okay. And then no crepa. You see a man into me make it time now at least. A man into me and have sex. Maybe I post a joke up so 5 times in a week. Send a bit more reducing and minimizing prostate cancer near the other. Engineer say 5 and a told that and you did be which by caution bed, no play room and you told that partial. Yeah, also volume was a partial. No, passion
no experience into 5 times and then I know them.
Also, Ruby, and go first wash that's in person cancer. I say, baby. It's young, share my own yes, or the count what to. It's you beside say, some passion, no dream was say.
Oh, so no, there is part of sex life. And on a friend a quickie. Into quick one. Maybe I'm in no my busy quick one, no be a corner bed.
Was of the massa?
And they are not so. Answer.
Although, brother, they buy ready and in you. Apostle your company.
And you bring me back some there. Experienced people who experience. When you know more experience, me see.
For money, me for some Ruby into actually, no one share actually. Nanji Metran as you be saying.
As I boost up questions. I'm
all right. About your company. Oh, now the 5 times he buy in a year talking about say, Yenya Bema, you come, I'm sure the DNB. Kwame Bedu was saying, you did be any meeting. Yes, I win in bed. Told that passion. No, now so now 5 and a drew, and now 7 and now 8 a drew. Oh, and also a.
Okay. Apostle Brobe, I saw about consultation. See, me fees here £200 per consultation. And to see me after the show.
Okay.
Anyway, all jokes aside, who said sex cannot be spoken about in isolation? It's a culmination of a lot of things. Oh, sex now, Kwakwa said the apex of the relationship. So, me putting aside. Into the couple, no, they have to come to an understanding of each other because everybody has the amount of times they want sex. Who says sometimes no Obani Berman and resonating. Sometimes in Berman tissue, no meaning say they like it more than the woman, unless the woman is an nymphomaniac or which a very small percentage. Into Obani per once a week, not Berman per 5. What's to be done? Well, Sadi we go our because who by 5 minus 1 na ka 4 into 4 no okojene. Then maybe so or having sex. Of course, it affects some women also. No, just na feel very uncomfortable, fidgety, nervous, and angry. In an atmosphere of love, no, the couple should decide what to do.
In the atmosphere of love,
yes.
I would have wanted to atmosphere of love. Very important.
Who said, "Man, yeah, move man." Well, because sometimes you're to me stressed. To say, man, I think women are more adapted to stress more than we are banner. Your husband wants it more. Do your packages be man? Well, wait my packages. I don't want to go into detail. Well, now
packages. Did I say anything?
Oh, packages no be ne quickie no ne antics be no ma just ninyama, and then giving it to him at no charge when you don't feel like having sex. Not be man wants to have sex. Try and give him something. Do some parcel for him. Well, but don't deny him because if you deny him, gradually, it will lead to the breakdown of the marriage. And now, Utumu said, we who are hardworking, sometimes we spend more time in the office than at home. In your office, no when you're back for be a juma. Well, if you're banning to check out into your banner when you were juma year, the guy will go and have office sex. I mean, places are office sex is easy. So women try and be understanding, and I'm not saying that the men should not be understanding. Both should be understanding. But I say, Odono, etinaho, and yes, Sana, the marriage will break, or sin will enter the marriage. The American wears a footnote. They've had infidelity issues. Well, and a lot of the infidelity, if you are not satisfied at home, which will be a tokuano, not a wuti fry now. Then your mouth starts to water. Well, and it's me the bonnet ever. And let us live in an atmosphere of understanding.
An atmosphere of love and understanding. Very powerful. Hannah, who say connection is very important. When you feel like doing it, and when you feel like doing it brings the other person, when you feel like doing it, bring the other person into the same mood. Okay, there are things my husband do to turn me on, and it's vice versa. It says it should be on, I think they shouldn't be on how many times a week. Tonight you say, okay, material also can I say, it's very, very important. Okay, Belinda Jerry said, man of God, are you sure that you learning about it? Please preach on. Also, probably, and the man is on. All right, my man from Kosovo and my ladies first. Now, if you're standing for, about my Susan, but you'll mute me, send a baby to myself. Yeah, my go straight to the point. You're talking about excitement in we and the personal hygiene at Twasso, and we are in it later. What brings excitement in bed? Because Medicanka say a man be your omoba the real name cause serve yourself. And that's what be so we are kataso. What be so we are kataso is a wrong one, over ban hold and pemwa. Send me can call I say timber gardens, you know. We are now called. Oh, moushi, you I can't for friend say what be so we are kataso. As a chance in Ufia, who be so. As I say, oh, yeah, the Bianakusi kitchen, Konakudu Adi, sort of, and KB and Kabian, Kabai and atmosphere, and sending a atmosphere of love, more. They are banning several camera BP because of banning him the oil. But a man be brain no ma omukunum. Serve yourself, and I say, what do we are, dear, so something like that. And then they bring it, what brings the excitement in sex and in love making? What brings the excitement?
Well, thank you. I think last week we talked about starting from home, and it's how the two of you connect emotionally and physically. This is based on communication, respect in the marriage, trust. These three things are the fundamentals of every good relationship. And to connect with someone, some people are in a relationship, but they are not connected emotionally. And we understand that men are not wired emotionally, but at least through communication, you can understand who your spouse is and learn certain things from them through communication. But some men are not ready. They don't have that time to listen, and they don't have that time also to spend with their women. Therefore, they don't know who they are. And this can lead to the bedroom and our sexual life activities as well. It can impact on that. Because where there is no emotional connection, when one is not there, you don't feel it. You don't feel the vacuum. You feel like, oh, okay, at least. But when there is that emotional and spiritual connection now, in the absence of one, whether an hour, 2 minutes, or 30 minutes, you feel it.
Okay.
And couples are always connected that way, When you see them, or you see them touching, holding hands, you could see that they can't live without one another. They see their wife or husbands as an irreplaceable. They can't do without them. They become their idol. They worship them. It's because the man has been able to establish the respect for the wife. I'm a wife. Some guys, when their wife sees them, they panic. They are not happy just because of the way, or even the act of sex. It's like, madam, it's my time. Let me finish it. Let me do it. Somebody talking to his or her daughter. No, the action, everything is not romantic. It's good about each other in a friendship way. Enemy, I say we will talk about communication hygiene, because it's something in the workplace you can sort out what message you want to give to someone and the message that you want to receive in your emails, the ones that you send to people that you are cautious about using other form of communications. The same way in our relationship, people are able to talk about anything to their friends, family, and when their wife gets to know all these things, it becomes a problem in the marriage, and it affects our sexual life as well. Because when your wife tells you about maybe what turns her on, you go out there, you talk to your friends about it. Hey, this is my wife. She's different from all the girls I've come across. This one there, she wants it hot. She wants it like this. Then the same person, you come home, you tell your wife, as for this one, I don't understand you. So yesterday I had a discussion with a friend about it. You've killed the whole thing. Your wife will quell that the rest of her life. You will not get the spike. You will not get the fantasies, the things that you dream of. It is very hard for her to demonstrate that to make you happy, because you have already quenched the spirits. And she say, "You bet me ama." And then we go and I say, "And person komono ayeda na ejina." Your communication hygiene, no, how you take it. Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ebusi eno ana yesuasia kono. Enti witimi fa pen paper na wo record na wo note. Very important. Can you answer this? This Mark says all women are enjoyable during sex. The emphasis all is what I disagree. So kasi could you answer me can say all women no. Me say all vagina. That is what I mean. All vagina. The reason being is, and I'm saying can't trust a many caveat to can say ye personal hygiene free one, because ubi o nim no who see it, you know, yeah, this a man many be complaining say a man be no tete near maybe the same thing a man is be complaining say maybe all kasa and all run the boxer shorts or tiniema and no your personal hygiene. So who treat this animal and as him how to be say win area. Any vagina beer is the same. I'm telling you. But the mood I talking about the emotions.
Hermaphrodite. We also be a trans. Into car can you say we are sound.
They're talking about say the car define what we are. They're talking about Obane Bema and our Rimu assembly discussing.
Or hermaphrodite or both male and female.
And you also from the next time you back the next time you next time me account almost him. She said you focus on Obane Bema.
Why your baba or both
and you be dealing with that. So me GDC be brand dealing with that one. Very important also the aba.
I know say can possible to me what causes that?
Who met you maybe say questions. What I'm saying is that all women means all vagina. Now a treatment and spices, you know. I would be quite be animal. Oh, they say, and no, I percent. Me see a bit talking about personal hygiene, but who personal hygiene from no being treating one. Every vagina is powerful, is beautiful, is sweet. And we are number one. Number two, sa vagina chrono powerful, is sweet, and whatever. No. So could do mpemwa, and you say free one manifested. And what happens and the ma size sweetness, and so take it to the next level. I know so you win to ye waha ye discussing into all ne dear. Nyankopon anya vagina be sweet and oil vagina be sour and oil vagina be in between sweet and sour there be vagina bi is very this. But if we are, which means say me can the beyond the near mass show must say no many and already we can talk about that. But the is honey in every mood vagina bi is sweet and that is the truth. Because I know no from day one, but die nipa bi aye wo mo ho no e na me giri say I create problem e dia baso. Okay, all right. Also brobe.
Yes sir.
What brings excitement? Maybe some fusion am the call for such a call on this because me say o be say on kasa nche but o be kasa. What brings excitement in making love in sex? E won pem two couples. And then this excitement in a bar. You cannot let each other go.
I think there's various factors. One, first of all, fundamentally, there has to be that love, because it's love making. So both man and woman, you must have that love between you. And you must trust each other. Mentally and psychologically, you'll be distant from what you are doing because there is no trust. And then proper communication, what you say to each other, because this is the preparation that will lead into this sexual intercourse. And to say, when in the communicating in a certain way, maybe I would disrespect both parties. A man can disrespect a woman can disrespect a man. And no, a bit take away the excitement. The man just or yeah, but not dream. He's just doing it to please the woman, or the woman is just doing it to please the man. Until one of them is going to get that excitement, that sexual pleasure. No? The other one is not going to get it. So communication is key. All those things play a very critical role. And then Apostle talked about creating a loving atmosphere. And the atmosphere around the house must be loving. There shouldn't be any tension around the house, around the family. That tension never pass. A burden. Instead of
sex in about a burden.
About a burden for one person. Because there is no love. On one him say the panokra won't pen.
Doesn't communicate love.
That is why prostitutes, even though they are not in love, provide this service. And provide these services for them. Whatever they are doing, it's not about love. They are not making love. The woman is just providing the service because so software catcher and say, hey, man, based on the software car. But no one him not dream say, and near may be a cost to a busian name, Casabia Nicuna Cassacha, and near may be a oil. Adena oil and an inch. And
I say, would the officer or balance with them now we are not at the anymore. You see it because body language you see it different.
I said the okay, I said what I was saying Timadiano. Obama the SOE and vice versa. Beman bit myself, Ban bit myself. All because the atmosphere, there is no love, tension, disrespect, dishonor, you don't honor your wife, you don't honor your husband, and you want to do that, there will be no excitement. Then apart from that, sexually, there has to be that chemistry between you sexually, between one or spouse. So that chemistry needs to know, and only there are things that it can be cultivated. So or done or Hong Kong, you can build that synergy, and through that, build that chemistry. But the disrespect in it, dishonor in your bemupe, it takes away the joy and the excitement in the act. And that's what I'll say for that.
Okay. Now, obi also na be a oba no. If I say what PF oba, then you're talking about love is the basic. The material so brubasia. So love is very important, and then they hold everything in that. In Tibia Bema PF sometimes you're culture where we are coming from. No, Wako Juma 8 hours or Banswako 8 hours, and I'm a long shift. Both of you might be do fee and Colami no fee. Bema will trim say and Reno. Me say me ye bibi and remember say me bija and then remember say me name yereda. E will trim sa Obaye no, opese serve aduane, oba na tiba ko kitchen akọ prepare aduane dia besi wani mu odidi. Udidi wie ya na wakọhye wo use wo wakọhye bathroom adware. Uwi ya na wahye wo shorts na akọda mpaso. Na wo twen wo ba ne se wo beba. Sa action na waye no and communicate love because ufra adwuma ba yina na efra adwuma ba. Obaye no ma tima wura kitchen aye aduane a serve as a husband. Wie ya wa use akodwara akoda mpem o twen. Nti oba ne bedi 30 minutes 1 hour ansa na ono aba be join wa. Oba no wa bre o kasa wo team ne buafu. Uwie so a o say be pe long service. Eno ne sa no ye be ma wo bi su ne ko. Unya hwemfrim. Enti no se be ma nka wonnim sa me ma na me ne mo kasa yo. Wonnim sa se ne no. Sei na obeye no wo adiri wo team. Nti ya serve aduane awie a na nka wedi nka woso oban ni mu na nka mo communicate na mo di nkomo na wo twe na adwene na wo release e bia tension kakra wo ni mu uso mu ha enkwala wa ha obedware enkwala no do mbegu mpem owie a na afei so no wasako dware wo make sure so be clean fie wo atwitwiri ni emem wo ye wei na awie na wo comfortable wo da mpem wo twen se wo ba wo be sane nada. There is no excitement bia wo ba bia won sa be kan free sa wo ba no. If you love na semina wo kan, if the love is there, then you should also provide a service via a bit easy pressure, any bed, any tension. Ama both parties, etimienya sa chemistry, So say I say, but me you're bedding with something. I cannot give myself to something because oh damn me 1 hour. You could have do
yes, and also very key. Last week, I talked about communication before the act. Because upa saw yes, I there no a watching. Maybe you are now coming home. During your work period, your work period, they be crowd no for your rancor. You don't communicate anything, you don't say anything to her. Upa na with the wabediti, a shall watching. So now you're prepared for it. So how's she going to enjoy it? And you have to start from somewhere. Communicate certain things. A part of it in there say, help her to do it. Now, man near my bed and been in free so. And my money be as Nasa Kuraka once Obano. After some time, no, I build a certain relationship with Nebano. No, then attention more a quackorano. Because Beman one man Racorano. Or nephew a Juma Bibia. And you both have a Beman and say, the Biana, they also me ba. But because you are not also showing that attention and are communicating properly to your spouse, and also know here attention, but in an engine, I'll be calling Banasu. It for all be yes, it's just providing a service because you say, I am in this union called marriage. As part of my duties, I have to satisfy my husband sexually. Into whether I'm going to enjoy it or not, let me just do what I have to do. Into one excitement being free. If you keep on doing it over and over again, Ubon said the excitement that she's supposed to have or you are supposed to have. Because Obama he just give it away without expecting anything. Also, the joy be free. The joy free one. And then my son also hear my excitement and they be reduced. Because I won't want to enjoy. Into honest Obama no better no the amount no at now. Into one real argument so about the hospital.
But environment and them won't mean be any muma.
Absolutely. And that excitement during the act will not happen for you.
All right. Now, so for now, I am with my main 2 money. I boss me watch me about. Also, baby, Anna, you say maybe I say, only one people about with was say, pa. Would you say, Mamma Pessa man, pa, chain man on my room, my sisters won't come?
It depends. Also, Obama said, Susan Eka Eliam. And Mamma is super brave, cast sounds in Semno, a son and man, 2 months off. Because Okoya dear Bia, Nikuna dream was say, hey, Namiri says, sir. And near my power to me on a holding din son. And the moment I bear son, ne sexual fantasies now be cash.
Sexual fantasies, very important.
Or the best because on him so kwaya. Oh, what Jane Ben so was sacred. I'm annoyed more red light district.
Red light district, okay.
I know red light. Holland. Intinania on yet. Intinina kill the excitement, apostle, because all fantasies, also on the fantasies. But woman feel free to express herself because of perception. Be I was say or bow bay say na just about was say where them so shall say no sir. Because near my power to me where they was said. But once I was in the fantasies or no fantasy or no, you should be able to communicate to each other.
Now, so for how was saying no, so one young child bear man one uncle yancher mine.
And only ourselves because a man be brave funny kunachia. And I remember be before my it is based on those things.
Those sexual fantasies, you know.
Or fantasies be or her. Officer, you are not satisfying that fantasy. It is on your being a mission in Mupa. Both after wireboard. Wireboard, and then she will start reminding herself of the past, reminiscing the past of the experiences. Baby, or say, I wish I can make my former boyfriend. Menene warrior, and I win am no warrior. Now, China Juna could be any question in Avenco. And a man no have to freely any question would judge you, and I would judge you. So I say, will be answer just a fantasy. Allow them to express it.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Osofo. Apostle Jacob Papa, yeah, also now. What brings excitement in bed, in making love? And then this excitement, and about the same question.
Okay, but the first time I can say, any VJJ biana ede.
Any VJJ biana ede. Any have argument. Vagina biana ede.
Debbie.
Any VJJ. If the one show VJJ, hey, apostle what times do? Me na mission o enye VJJ. Okay. Apostle dey ntina wo kasa edikan.
Oh, sir, ebinum womusha no female genital mutilation taking place. Inti ya twitwa namne bi efiri ho. Oh. Say twitwa namne bi nti na tumi ma de no ye kama.
Wow. Na deni twitwa so de and you try the way it's supposed to taste.
Oh, you try clitoris no so. And I said the labia now, it will reduce the excitement of the woman. Well, or even it can
who say Susan will soon say sanity.
Okay. And embanim bills what vaginismus, and involuntary tightening of the vaginal muscles when penetration is attempted. Into no sa na be nso so mba na be nso ye dry kakra.
There be apostle there be what can some no chiremu man be of vaginismus no chiremu kakra.
Oh, sir, vaginismus here involuntary tightening of the vaginal muscles when penetration is taking place. Into no Bible our fat trauma mu and I want to well, ube penetrate here na afe na dia na nkasa no tighten, and that can be a painful experience. It can be ebinum nso near enough fluid. Well, especially with age near they know they become dry. Well, and you know sa no nyama nyakama. I mean we dey me dey betray mu keke.
There be that mami can we na naturally as God sent. The okiken de nipa add to it say bia ne ken yakutwa na ha yetwa na nipa na etwitwa saa ne ma. But we vagina itself no wa bra on ka say yakutwa oba we ha female mutilation no ya we o ha na sanity a deni chain bia na.
Oh, there be obi o ho a frigid, obi o ho nso a ti say vaginismus a cheno and obi nso a dry because you need the fluid for it to be well, not ball race, no, it's my age, one said, to say break fluid, say no, yeah, the check my ball race, no, kama. So if she's dry, I mean, naturally, no, what is shame, about some way.
And say, too tight now, and my penetration here very hard. So at least, say, bone grace, too tight, the grease gumwa, your wine is now if you say a bus speed level, no. And only son.
I know that the KY jelly never boy. KY jelly. Be serious in the show. Be serious. Be serious.
Okay. And only son.
KY jelly.
Auntie, who said dryness? No, I was avoiding common you. Many papa de you come on to say KY jelly ni bemwa. Na me fan a loosen up kakra tightness in so tia. Emma a deno back to original ana.
In the tight of lack of fluid, the KY jelly to me, boy, but vaginismus, dear, obey here, never be say, or babu or when you penetrate her, she has pain. Naturally, she has pain. Into your creams beating Yamabia, it is a lidocaine, which is a natural anesthetic. And you say it really treaty, my pain, no, reduce it, and you will also vaginal dilation therapy. Well, and exercises, and babu or also because. You see, sex is a function of the mind. Well, adrenal sex no. Into counseling and therapy. Into sex is not just a matter of penetrating. The
and I just say to your bonnet because or baby or crop, baby or crop, the abubosun onimu or class in a year na MP sex. But be not or hear what these problems into. Anytime be now we penetration okay Kevin and yana sa pain no did your bobo suya no Emma Beman view say na and mobile shy away and now journey away from sex no it Jacoban so the man also intend to look for it somewhere because it's not being given to him. It the boss then a major problem power apostle.
Oh yes, I mean there are a lot of problems. Your friend is secrets after dark. Nah. Said, what I've noticed in couples, they say, we could catch you sembi, no this throw. And I went to me and responded in a nice way. A man yedisie because in Bani we face trauma. Chrome has said, in my peer, I mean, they've been abused when they were young. So who about for fair but on sex. Well, who about will shape, but sex part yet. Sometimes the women tend to deceive by the way they dress, but sometimes they feel opposite from the way they dress. But I bet, well, if the woman is going to open up and tell you that I was abused, or when not, she must have confidence. Which may mature. As some now you can absorb it in a nice and loving way. Now, sometimes it's not received well. Intema obano edisie. And then also the factor of shame and guilt also comes in, which also drags the issue deeper. In the man, any imbalance, we have to be loving. Try and absorb it and process it. Well, we said we'll talk about hygiene very soon, but maybe I'll hear who born. Man can't just draw who born. And now someone now they didn't attempt. You destroy everything. Well, now we're to cry fumes. Sulfuric dioxide fumes, men don't feel shocked. Men, yes, why shock be fire through some. Well, and then try comforting her and finding solution for the problem.
Okay.
Well,
you're talking about say every sex is sweet, One man who said there are problems here and there. I to me cause it that. But apart from that, to me say many be one fee say a beard the chain bintino or Tiana or ya or kosher bintino. Who know how to treat what you have, it also becomes the best an apostle.
Oh, I know so be at the chain be. Sanya a Gianni Biana, a jollof biana, a jollof.
Nigeria
jollof, your Ghana.
Wait, disagreement. Okay, and another engagement. Then a beard the chain be.
Oh, sir, a friction, sex, there friction and tightness. Well, maybe they loose. Well, a bit they loose. Into loose, then to me, my friction. Basuye. Oh, there be loose there. comes the friction, no? But you see, the thing here is this: we have to accept. No matter what, we must discipline ourselves to accept them how they are, and try and manage with what we have. Because in very many people also are almost and diseases beer. Well, almost they can't perform the way they are supposed to perform. It's a matter of understanding. Perfection may not be there, but we have to discipline and understand and love ourselves. And the pandemic, baby, a chaby, a tight. Hey,
and the air tight in the head.
Tight.
Anything a man be near my a show must say no, so making sure says any TV and her tight.
I said, oh, I said,
this is Susan who soon it is I want no one yard back or cram a baby.
I said, from a member perspective, majority of a member anyway.
No, so for me, who a member beer, chia, they are also angry with they say too tight. The man won't say anytime Biana penetration you go place, you know, the penis is suffering.
Oh, and you know, Mino Yadri. Tight is tight is good. Tight is
they can say immediate where was say to me them say it was so who say Beman or penetrate on struggle because the more are we too dry now you're tight, you know, the man also suffers in a way.
Oh, your modern world. Never be bet me lubricating in your mama, Yama Ejuma. Modern world. Now say cry you fruity uko boots are you fruity lubricant. Well, say strawberry nominate nice.
Fruity lubricant, you know, into the tightness, and a money a maye. I'm a wood nice, slippery and nice.
Now my sentence so about a strawberry flavor. It means yama orange flavor. I mean, we are good.
Okay. All right. Now Susan will soon it is a walk on the no one yard, Mammy Misano. Says Susanna, who will be a person cow. And Zana, Apostle, me miss a question and say what excites me, okay. Yes, Susanna.
I think, when it comes to the tightness and everything, that depends on the person. No, on say even the dick to way it be a larger, it be a short, it be a smaller, it be cry tiny. Into depending on the person receiving it. I know someone or can he openly say, or no dear, or buy a dryer on pay. A too tighter on pay. Or no penya a year wet so that a flow easy manner and it me prolong the manner. Obisu so see the medium moderate wet is better. But very dry, so say when it's very dry now, said the Pastor Jacob Kaino. It be very difficult. One way now skin no. By the time you finish, no, wow, when your scars because
no, also D. Also, for the friend is
yes, they are very useful.
JY jelly no kind no JY jelly no. And Pastor Jacob was asking you. What is JY jelly na there? Who's
KY jelly? KY jelly.
And now, but you be some questions. Even maybe some questions in Apostle. And I said that. And I would say you go boot a young cut off a strawberry and what's the no?
The aisle in the middle. The aisle in the middle. Maybe I do Rex no one no. Maybe two spaces are fruity lubricants.
Fruity lubricants. And Susanna, a too tighter. Apostle said fruity lubricant in a bay human. So if it's too tight now, and then a man but a man use fruity lubricant and KY jelly nominee are the no. Send a bay
KY gel.
KY gel, KY gel. You put them. Hey, Uncle Fo, okay. It's KY gel.
Apostle, me person bisa one question.
Bisa.
It has come to me say Obi nadinim no ye VGG no mu ye very cold. The guy needs to penetrate. Yeah, no when you shock. because the place is so cold that it's like a freezer. No, what's your free?
Hey.
What is the cause of such thing?
They should check the lady should check her thyroid gland.
Hold on, check it in. Thyroid gland.
The thyroid. Maybe your thyroid problems.
Okay.
Into what thyroid problems that it may affect VJJ and so.
Apostle, breaking it down and kebe boy in you.
Well, the thyroid gland is a gland around your neck where the basic are. It takes off the metabolism of the body, and it produces thyroxine. And thyroxine basically metabolism in the body. It affects the body. You know, obi thyroid levels you're wrong. I mean, and yet optimal. It can affect the temperature of the body.
Okay.
And it's how bad. So your blood test, no because naturally, you know, it shouldn't be like that.
All right. And there's such a person who have blood test for them to.
We have blood test.
All right. And you know, remember the man who should not shy away. It's a problem and it can be fixed. You know. Okay. That's very important. Hey, I know the answer. I walk right door body externally. I know how to say yes.
Okay, I didn't do once. I didn't even do because.
Oh yeah. Power ni na be yira. You know, very important.
Because obu o yare won ho but onim because on your blood test, but on your blood test now, I believe there's not only the coldness in the VJJ, you know. Now I'm saying the body nankasa no. So na kone oba ne bon komo well in a nice way. Obey health problems be.
Now, Apostle, Irish say, what about if it's also super hot? Is super hot as well.
Super hot, super cold. No, they should do a blood test. And the levels of thyroid hormones, no.
On this note,
possible say super hot, sir.
Patron say.
Possible say be super hot, sir.
I know that minty is super hot. Minty is super hot.
Okay. All right. Now, interview for the year came one. Yen you know quite chirika crame for macho madaroma. Naturally, there has to be a proper bonding and communication. Say bema o filisa. You have to find a very nice way to communicate that to your wife. So, senior benya, you find a solution to it. Senior also focus say enquire blood test and was say bema would dinechi na would two and monamokoye. But Obano must be understanding. So, make us so many yashi, many you be I didn't you. Also, got you be a akwa some person who tie the bema so can on. Odo person do we dey you we nyunu and at the end upe complain do there be yes anu o say agro. And when something comes to your attention, take it in a good faith because mupe a proper and a loving way. So until me sure say a kobasa anu a bebo until kuma ye di na no has to be a proper communication. Bibinia communicate it na intimi enkoyi. All right, also Jacob. Still, Anna, where would you before say we be boom? Now, my education, when we are talking about what excites sex, and then bring it excitement in love making.
I think the biggest sex organ is not the VJJ or the P. The biggest sex organ is the brain and the mind.
The biggest sex organ is the brain and the mind.
Because sex begins in the mind. Because Obu Ohokrana or making love to somebody, by natural fact, in the person's mind, they are making love.
Sorry, Nana, when you are ready, just signal me, then I'll put you on.
They are sleeping with their wives. By natural fact, in their mind, they are sleeping with another girl.
And they're happy in the brain.
You know, so the mind and let me say the brain, which is the vehicle of the mind, must be prepared well. Now, and yes, sir, won't say it may be a complaining, and when my husband needs sex, he becomes super nice. So I didn't want me to when they want sex, they become super nice. On your sex ni we are, or achieve orgasm we are no other, or sorry, I know I'm moody. Well, but you have to be nice all the time. Well, even when you don't need something from the woman, you have to be nice to the woman. Well, yeah, no, a friend with wife, and I say, my friend, my wife. And when I say, hey, baby, how you doing?
Apostle.
Was it just serious too? Apostle, you go. Now, Apostle, why few? Got to check. Maybe.
I need prayer.
Okay.
And you communicate all the time. When you feel like having sex, when you don't feel like having sex, when you are happy, when you are sad, communicate all the time. Into a basa way now, it won't be a problem. Get into the brain and the mind of your partner. So what do you say?
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Oh, say love songs. What your partner likes. If she likes walks, take her on walks. Or a chocolate beer. Well, and a gift beer. Well, play love song. Play love songs. Well, play love songs. Your love songs be nice. The baby abide with me. Far comes the evening time. I need you. Oh, I need you. But don't know. Well, entertain your wife. Well, sometimes come with me, Jimmy. Why your jokes be? Now my wife in you can dance with your wife. I mean, give her a peck, kiss her. Well, give her a peck. Well, give her extra money to go shopping. Be transparent. Well,
that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Apostle, you romantic pal.
Oh, you said, "Mommy, a fancy, own a fancy for the romantic." I'll talk about your chadisu. Oh no, your chadisu.
Oh no!
We have complicated you.
David. Also, and then me na me bisa questions. No, intina me my quiet. No, intina the fantinism ni nyama ya nintino. Also, go video. Who's the Santiphone said that nim do papa Santiphone me man said that nim do papa. What can't do? Say I can't do. Or say any me bow. No, can Guinness back. And no. Santiphone me man patch. I'm patch. We are good. Ajua, what can't do? Or say me patch me static. Oh, we do. I know we always see no. No, what now? Or show football. No, you seems and when you saw we are one and a year better. The 9 can in Sanka on your way.
Oh, yeah, piece of
a very important point in the same way. Also, we now to be sorry. Say, yeah, honest Panoa. A Santiphone man who complain about a Santiphone mema. And I wish for would they no cranny account as also group and ameboa.
Oh, it depends. As
a majority carries the vote. Majority. A Santiphone man who complain about a Santiphone mema. Also, when you're romantic.
Oh, cut it yourself. We are in a modern world. As Santiphone, you transform what?
Oh, sir. Praise God. Praise God. Praise God. In there. Hand clapping to a sentiment. There be me. Hey, what's up for there be?
Now, a cake was one cohoda. You want
there be said a inbuilt. A inbuilt. Me papa de woman. Oh, intino. Woho. Oh, a Santiphone man. Man say, man and me kasama mano. Man say, omu posture no mompe. Omu kasa ya chiromo dodo. A maneka man na ekeka nso ma no ya unya ye na de na ehye no de na no si hu a okeka nsem bebre basa e man say kuma musunsun ohun entini say ohia bia ada not na bi no ohia special ohia friends and fantini bema no mia no kohia I was up for the so romantic pa.
I'm far enough for them cry.
Sano moke count. Sano moke count. Intino.
Romantic. Would the F54. Or my backo. And a part of girls, and also, okay, one more educated girls. Asa.
But I'm saying I'm forced to 11 power.
Why?
I'm gonna fall.
And you're not correct.
Sound.
I feel that dating normal man and poem.
The other who is in Timinka and who and the entire Mosu.
I be before Ankasa or Africa, no, you're romantic.
So in general, no.
Before you know,
Any moment, one more than you see, and I can't say.
Okay, African and as a Ghana ni Bema Mekase or ye very romantic and that is only Bruni ba atsena.
Oh,
only Bruni ba my yedina ko school. Into or no osia oba obuno. Or some more ba nkasa etimu ye ni de if you say wako school.
Okay. Okay, African problem, and yet, just.
How many be fee were Europe no? Once or some baby ni bear mammy penya only bruni and until that.
Because you have to understand a subculture. Culturally, Africans were polygamous. And you know, respect for ma. And there are so many African society as subdue and ma come march. Into about no say, who can northern part of Ghana, west. Baby, a man or cry about you are not allowed to go there. So many things. And it's sad in a build almost subconscious mind. To Nina, who are basso, we a lower creature. And to only respect they are for you. Unless any pan exposed to a different culture now, then be on him be one. Son of a treaty ma.
All right. About the company. What brings excitement and Yanko too, so.
I think just two more points. You know, respect, good communication, and we have to be. One says sometimes familiarity, a breedy contempt. And you know, a do time be one share my brother and sister. My brother and sister now, and respect flies out of the window now. Excitement will go out of the love life. Or the woman may even deny the husband sex. In the time beyond the discipline, I was here, and there's one thing I want to say. You see, as we grow older, our bodies will change, whatever. And we have to be able to cope with the changes. You know, we have to be able to cope with the changes and grow together. And, you know, that's all I'll say. I won't waste your time.
All right. And Memano, the Naya Kafa, what brings excitement and me candy matini in our bumwa. Do be a catcher and it's all about love. So do nipano communication very powerful with Susan can was very nicely. So how you communicating here respect each other. So okay communication and okay respect and okay trust. Very important say Sanya man be taking place in say odo by love is action, is you doing something. It isn't so don't you do something. Into the way and the mountain the Bible says love obano, husbands love. It is a who give you love to obano. It brings them up on I personally believe say a man live inside. So when you love them now, they come to life, it brings them up. And when it brings them up like that, and they can do anything for you at that moment. Until when every man loves a woman in a good way, it changes BBR. It changes your body, sex life, and everything. And when the two of you communicate, Nyafina Beman can be na what say you, and Obana can be na what say you, you use any money free more, we able to go higher. So I may say, your friend say, my bena can say, my bena poku can say, yasu ye too romantica, we see no noms our holiness for no, Obeko hell. Catch a wusi so no, drew what that. Well, Sai Jimmy Kikano, omunyim free ho. Na maybe swear slave wo secretary sa no man nam ho. Ye baby can wasem. It me pacho. Let us build an atmosphere of love. So odon wo mu a na wonim so ye bema wo fio no yere wo ho you do things to entertain each other. So intin misremo what excites sex no a love. When the love is there, na mu meet each other halfway. When you meet now, it's so powerful. It's very, very important. And yakasafa. Mami number 2 with the course officer. Namako and this season some about I apologize upon so. Also, Broby. Personal hygiene in sex. You see, I am memano, me person come memanasem. Na Susan so there be also for Kamanasem. Na Susan. Nana. Wonderful. Okay. Nana Pomboko.
Yes, I'm doing yummy. I don't mean who yeah.
Yeah, then yummy.
What to say?
Nana would date saying.
It's rainy, it's muggy, it's cold.
Nana, and Nana would date saying.
Hey. And so talk. Okay, and so talk na I will home, and then I have to be out there and run some errands. It's not a very pretty day. It's like a day that everybody should be under their blanket. This is a good day for sex if you're married.
Nana, you can't speak tree throughout.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
All right. Before we go to personal hygiene, I think you've heard us discussing one or two. Do you want to chip in before we move into the personal hygiene stuff? What excites sex? Do you want to have a word on that?
I want to say kudos to Pastor Jacob because he really touched on a whole lot of good things. Why, some women, I think initially you guys were saying that, vagina is vagina, it's enjoyable. And then he came in and said, no, not really. And I think if I took anything, that is what I'm taking because that is not the case. There are, I was just based on research, stress alone can reduce your sex drive, right? Stress. Wow. Some women has painful sex. They says that there's a pelvic dysfunctional that can play a role, but all these things are treatable, right? So I did not agree that everybody else is capable of enjoying sex. And then, of course, he tapped on the personal experiences, as a social worker and, when people have suffered trauma and when it comes to, around sex, whether they were children or even an adult, sometimes that can play a role throughout the entire life until they get counseling and deal with that issue. So kudos to Apostle for, clarifying these things earlier on.
All right. Fantastic. All right. Also, Robbie, now we are moving into personal hygiene before sex. We say okasafa emano ho na emano so okasafa memano. Nti me feel say and very equal. And I want to give everybody 3 minutes because you will feel we be near timawi. In the sub Robbie, 3 minutes. A mema problem efa emma ho sisi omodba mpem personal hygiene a stable mema pan. So only mema this year I almost say almost casting.
Well, two things about hygiene, America. How appealing the person will look because the membership, your outlook, the way I was dressing, we are in the sakatu, we are the underwear, the bibia basa, and it start from there. You have to look appealing rather than say be your sakatu na wakoda ho. And I know your first, and the second aspect, body odor and the animal. Pani pano faso, no silver jarry ye na ebia where you see deodorant in nema. What make sure to say because we be a bad breath, I bet me put 2 money off. They say come out there, and we be also a 7 asino stench be a smell be for beba. Sane mani nyinano ubu ho na bia wanya infection which is treatable. It can be treated. Inti also wa no treaty. Inti umoto mo ne bad breath ene wase no. Also making sure say body obesie sane mani nyina. Then outwardly no so be look appealing for your man. I believe that those are the basic things I'll say.
Now also for what I said 2 minutes, I can 1 minute. Yes, a man went on the bar, what to be, sir?
Matibi, but
say winter ni mu no omo fa flannel no the flannel na fe from motuom ni omo sena omo kọ omo ntan ndware winter no ontibi
Matibi. But I don't say depend. They be a bit of how on quantity.
Hey, yourself when ye
we busy. To sorry, quick name maybe no co. Baby,
who's that? No natural cooks are not all women. Madio comes in when you put and a man says the about not all. A money body defense or how Muntia the canoe. It's a manu binum. You see, winter about so for mountain. Mimi no be a complain ama me say na yere dware anything. Asempa na make.
Na e man na be bre so ha winter about munyare.
There say end there also when the man be kan tie de ka man asem e de ma asem ne ye.
Okay. I know the man be ha winter no winter dware kra bia on pe. Say the o kan na the name be paper na ho. Eno nti na bi mu smell bad no. Do bi o ha onye onim ne ho ahusiesie. Oba sorry anopa no de ayi ebia ne sese na num kra yi or the ade horo enum kra fense
Mouthwash
no de horo na num no okọ apa de bia be pa no moto no okọ oba ya no abeda wonware enti ma no bebre ho sa
na we say come fancy obi utifie kra no a ebia wodi ana power paste wa brush your teeth very nicely. O brush you and ebia wodi what have a breakfast bi ni ade obeso pia wia at least na the mouthwash kakra go no na your freshness be bra ye bi gu ya num ni ade no apie no look fresh yes what you choose and apparently no e was say wo pe bibi ebia bi down bag ma na pocket him bibi small one be ye be bre ho freshness na de bi agu num very nice upia bonten kakra 1 hour bi na de bi agu num ho also me obi da me kam na ba kusi da me bag him etino we are very nice but me mentia say man nware de we omote no mu nware na etimi me ho pa
bebre dware but e omo so omo mpa dware naturally omo mpa dware on wetina ebia enipa no de we tete no
also so can dey nka ma bena say a lot of women don't bath on winter omo nware was of
no kra menye atini o yo enkrobi o han krom ye no bia meni wo Africa baako en na di kan na baako z na di kan omo mpa dware e ma ne mpa dware usa no ho kra uti smell no
a Cote d'Ivoire for kan ho ana
there be we z na di kan
oh z Zambia and Zimbabwe
Zimbabwe
omo mpa dware
uko zima uko mukro no so and now if you get closer to a lot of them you ube sa na man American uko krono so ebia halal na onenam krono ma te say the
but me mentia say Ghana for dem ke tete yem pa we man de om ye super but me won waso mo abruchi no bibiri no mpa dware
ebi mo mpa dware ozofo obi na stress ground many pebi obi ho wa shefie sa ono nko a ema bia ni life oni adamfo bia onko ba bia itini bia so kwa adwuma ba ono nko na be chefi nti ono no ehu hia no so obedware
enjensa na omo no mo ba odidi wia no de awode ni plate na ato ne mpaase obekọ na cups bear 5 na plate bear 7 na ni na si dem nsu tatamu because ono planet
pa na ne ma no hata ho basabasasa enti no atmosphere no cry around the room no cry
na what shock ya na me komo me die na wie council am ye ho asem na make ntina make yo also be man say plate bear 5 okosra na da ko ba na tata wo ba na dem na nkopso ware no
yeah it happens also bebre omunim ni fie said obesi asiesie ho ube rafi o wura hwa na ade na hia on say Ghana for nua ne omo no ya na ebi bon ebi sent wo
powerful
power ko bi ne you know ba momone no de atete ne ma bi ofie no use we no de ayenkwan to be rafi ho no na ade ne gina ho Ubekon so a bon se niam bi ho a basa ne gugu ba bi basa. Enti atmosphere no cry e no cry betimi aputu off.
Atiase. Susan. You're talking about Obi so bi dware once a month.
My grandpa could see I know a lady, she bath once a month.
So Majidi. Oh, you can quite the Majidi. You can form man in Pajare.
As of for to step. Maybe my mom would defensive. Whether a winter or summer or spring.
Yate, ever cave at it. Yes, in your money. But I won't pay Gary. See, I can't say, I say a UK for Mema. I need an idea, but still, I'm using the word UK for Mema. Stingy. Maybe say, maybe stingy. Oh, also probably stingy. Pastor, you copy stingy, but I'm can't say na. You got UK for men, area. Come on, funny side. Yeah, Mammy Susanna. Now, a man, no personal hygienic problem, Bena, and ma, more only union, a marcasa, or more mema, our modi compem.
Personal hygiene, no, I think, say, a idea. Now, usually, some men they take little things for granted, and as Asafo Brobi said, depending on the way people were brought up, no, it's good to listen to your wives. Communication is very important because through that you will learn a lot of things from them. They will give you answers to the problems that they have with you. But some resist it, some run away from it. The fact is, Obi Okwana, after using the toilet, he wouldn't clean himself properly. And in the boxer shorts, so say, ni panty, no. A man, a big man, like a big man, you will see this growing it, and
now a yellow be or I see on the twice on.
The wife will complain, and then it will be, you don't respect me. This one, in the mind of your wife, she say, "Are you a baby?" But she will have to put up with this. And on top of this, such a person doesn't also want to have shower. So you can imagine how would this woman na some was jana motio mama na futi said ye kokwaye weja boss yi hu nyina efu bebre
boss ben
and I think say Pastor Jacob Bema with the name for it. Yeah, I was saying.
Oh, testicle, no.
Testicles, no. I thought so.
And then I do maintain a biasil. And then ye brony chrome cassa, ye the fret body parts, testicles. Near to me can you chrome dear, near Cabruni cassa.
And then shrubs are there.
Mentia said, and then it was said, Yetimika will be chrome cassa, say, testicles. No, there's a mommy and Kayadian.
The man was awful. I did go her, yet try as I will count to me kind of rosa, as I did Sebi, and I'll become
send the DNT.
A cultural thing.
If you say, it is all kind of fun, I was all Casabina phone, and I am was 7 a.m. And I say, private party when it is 7
private party now, and yes, sir.
Yeah, 270. Yeah, in Cranfusi dollar, draw, and fantafosi shwa. A body part. I mean, you can call it as you want to call it.
I see a cassa, you finish shy, be see and can't.
forest. Or no, such a person have a blow job. It's your body try crowd. It doesn't look neat.
Listen, the old can say what the quiet. A mean quan as she said, no people go near
the or thinking about infection because nipa no on top of the personal hygiene. And you won't say on you happy, on feel free, on you open about it. No, I withdraw. And see, nipa no your mechanics also could be a very withdraw. Exactly. It's my wife or my maid ending, but now on also see a part of it. Another aspect of it, yeah, mouth dental care. The patcho say gum no, when you gum disease, it can affect the way you smell. Say kidney disease so and also can affect your breath. It's good say the piano over brush with teeth. Before that, wash your hands. Hands hygiene is very important to a woman because we touch na no kwako touch it. Odo ayuwem. Odo ayuwem. Odo ayuwem is the VGG. Obabi si ni di treso tu bedu treso hono na ensei moreya fu eye fin oba no be kwele a oye de umbie ma enti no eye very important to say before and after no ye be my hand wash na ye part of it. At least oral care no use mouthwash, and I know say Pastor Jacob Bemayem all the solutions available out there.
Pastor Jacob see.
Hey. When
it comes to the clinical aspect of it, Lydia, at least I can tell say he will have the right knowledge and then experience in the area to share. Yes.
Fantastic.
Those things, I was also visiting dentists. Now, if there are holes in your teeth, they can help fix it. Because holes in the subemuna, what did you know? But most men don't want to go to dentists. They don't want to visit their doctors. It is a big problem. Even when their wife encourages them, it's still a problem. I was say, before and after sex, shower is very important. After sex, a good clean. So bekwea a guarire ho na wa wash obema ne ho and I wouldn't ensure kakra gu ho ama ho ate. When you na eboama ka bacteria be building around growing ho no e be reduce. Na infections so anke betimi aba no e be prevented that. But you take all these things also for granted. And wearing the right spray. If people spray, I know yet thing. Where the Miami story na make it him. Titibina brand TV and Nenia bomb home dam. No best rami. Just coming to me fear no. Meaning so do no this spray ni good ni one. It felt like say a whole bottle no what you good ni ho. I nearly choked over the panel. Wearing the right spray or deodorant.
I can tell you, 3 days in Onyari.
I wouldn't be surprised, but that puts me off. I'm a person of kiss or pepper me feel cry for any reason because the perfume was too strong for my liking. And to imagine, say, only for just a 4-square room. Now, yes, sir. It's mind blowing. Or the very your own kind, but one way not a saying be brave. Don't overdo it because of one master or your human pleaser or person or who's on to a guy. Oh, baby, are you free battle? Nti the gaga ni be ma na afi esai ni emenyi na nti no. We do everything in moderation.
Thank you. Wow. Hey, any personal hygiene assembly can you? Before Semeko Passager Company, Mamma Kona ho. Nana should tell us about this personal hygiene before sex or even after sex. Nana, what are some of the things that you've come across or you've heard of people talking about, especially the men, when it comes to personal hygiene? What do you want to share with us?
Well, I think it goes both ways. Look,
just concentrate on the men for us.
I don't see how you want somebody to wake up or get up at 2 or 3 o'clock because they just finished making love and go take a shower. You know, I personally don't get that. I think sometimes, you know, after love making, it pushes people to sleep. It relaxes them. They just go straight to sleep. Of course, when you wake up in the morning, you have to take a shower, right? You can't just get up and just go to work like that. So that's why there are other things to use, such as, you know, you can have, you know, baby wipes, whatever you have, at least so that you're not jumping in a shower. I know I would not jump in a shower at 2 o'clock in the morning. No, I just want to get some rest. I think it's very important, you know, when we're talking about personal hygiene. I think some people, it's not intentional. And I'll share a story about a friend of mine. He's a big time lawyer here in the States now, and I'm so proud of him. And he shared a story of how he came to go to college, and then, you know, I guess he just relocated from our country, Ghana, and there was a strong smell on him. And he has, whenever he walks into among his peers in school, everybody kind of like disappear. And you know, he had a classmate was hardly in the dorm with him because, and nobody knows how to really say it until he met this Christian friend. And then the Christian friend took him to Walmart and got him all these various deodorants and stuff like that and gave it to him. Once again, he did not even tell him what is it for. So he gave it to him, and then he said he came and then he just sat them down and just displayed them nicely on his on his little desk. And then so the friend continuously used to come and see him and stuff like that and saw them, and he said, "Hey, dude, you're supposed to use this. After shower, this and this and this is what you're supposed to use this for." So there are some people that may not know. I have a lady walk into my office for a job, and it was just the same thing. She has just come into the country and did not know. And then I remember my staff coming to get me. I was able to talk with her and then, you know, give her money to go into Walmart and told her exactly what she needs to get. So there are some people that may not be aware that they are carrying such a strong scent on them. It doesn't even matter. They could be here for a long time and still may not know. So we all have to find a way of probably being able to, you know, share, communicate these uncomfortable situations. How do you tell someone? I think it's extremely important because some of them may appreciate it, some may get pissed, but I think at least you have to be able to let the individual know this is what is going on. And also, some of these things doesn't really cost. You don't need money to even to have a good personal hygiene. For instance, where we come from, we use lemon, right? We use lemon. And the charcoal that we used to brush our teeth with, I grew up in the village, so I remember charcoal and, you know, having to clean your teeth with charcoal and stuff like that. Now we have charcoal toothpaste. Is the best one if you want to get your teeth whitening. So there are simple things that still we can do. Use, you know, lemon, put it on yourself, give yourself maybe 15 minutes prior to getting into the shower. You know, it takes all your odor off and so forth. Simple deodorant. I agree with my sister on the top, Miss Asante, because sometimes you need to know what scent works for you. It's important that you can go to, the, cologne section for men. For women, it's perfume. For men, it's cologne. Go into the cologne section and then, talk to somebody. Let them know, sometimes they can even see you and see the smell that you have among yourself and can recommend something. I am very good at picking those. I can pick cologne for anybody. I collect them. So I have hundreds of them in my home. Perfume, not cologne, perfume. So that's my addiction. So it's very important that you know what works for you and what does not work for you. And also, even soap, some soap brings your natural scent out. Some soap, it helps you, it gives you like a baby smell. Mouthwash, extremely important. Some of them kills the germs. Where we live, I fight with my granddaughter all the time. She wants to eat first before she brushes her teeth because that is the American way. And I don't subscribe to that. I'm always saying, no, you have to brush your teeth first before you eat. And then when you eat, you can still brush your teeth or use mouthwash to cleanse it. And then we need to practice chewing gum. If you know that you have an issue or each time you eat, and even if you're not home and you can rinse your mouth, put a gum in your mouth or put something in your mouth just to give you, a good smell, especially when you're among people and you're going to be communicating. It's extremely important. People are likely to listen to you when you smell good. People are not likely to listen to you when you don't smell good. But we have to be mindful that people have diseases such as halitosis, which is, it doesn't matter what they do. So this ones, you will be seeing your dentist on a regular basis and making sure that you're getting treatment, something that will help manage that, because I don't think that one goes away.
All right. Thank you, Nana. That's so powerful. That's very good. Let me read comments before I go to Pastor Jacob. Some men also don't eat well, so their semen stink. Pastor Jacob, sanity.
I don't know about that, but I know, sir, some men's semen stink. If they are disease, be some problem in the seminal fluid near the sperm, a bone, very pungent.
Oh,
so
okay.
I know, say the medical in India has to be looked at.
All right. Now, that is what I want to. And Kat Mendes say some men fart anyhow in front of their partners. Abba. Yami and say why me yes how. Some men fart. The word is anyhow no kind of harmony. See, am I very discreet about when they are just having that time? They try to go the silent way. Anyway. Remember the also that's not true, or that is so unromantic. They should learn how to detox. You detoxify crying your fat it's part of life. So I told that crowd to off. Normal. Cool. Matipa. Okay. How it goes. Fat they are not ding. As of Jacob, personal hygiene before and after sex.
I think, sir, this program has been very educative. I was enjoying the talks. Now, the thing is, I believe, sir, after sex, dear, and can say ejare ebim.
They can say when we be 2 a.m. Ejare if he never.
I don't know, but after that, natural response is the sleepiness that takes over. And sometimes then you're practicable. But if the smells are bad, then of course, muntmin da hosa anyway.
Me pacho me ba we dey boa me smell ni mu efrihi because nipa me no omu na ye very neat no more than oma release just ama discharge ya.
Fluids ni bi wo ho ebon ka.
Ene na kati ka ho asem no.
Fluids ni bi wo ho ebon nti no muntmin da hosa ma ayi. But sometimes
no understand a problem because I don't understand a problem on that.
If there's unusual smell, then it might be that somebody's got a slight infection somewhere.
I don't have a problem. Normally there shouldn't be any infection. Whatever comes, the fluid should be fantastic.
And you're not saying it's in the bad year, and also boots. They have a testing kit. I think it's able to identify about 6 diseases, vaginal diseases. Near bad breath near the. You know, when the ketones are high near there, or there's a disease in the body, you know, diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes near there, and a kidney disease, it will my breath no so bon. I know we are but that medically, the person has to go for treatment near there. But I'll just like to add a little to what my brethren and my sisters have said because they've said it all. I didn't say clean underwear. I am
Nampacho also for oka a man no and Sandy by general a man
clean underwear.
Can man the first mammy.
Yo, clean underwear. Well, very
man underwear because a man can't say me man say. Susan Kayana, you got toilet here in prepare 2 years. One say, Obedawa, or send a pant to the Ebero. Nehona yellow. A man is saying, this when a specific, your kind of many idea. And your member be brain, and we income for style media. Wako toilet a real crown or the soup on your crown out of fat. Was your crass in your bear, ube washing off. Oh, it be more or the tissue in far. Nka unya nsuo kakra na flannel bi na dia foul with soap na nka why any tidy kakra but ye pentem nti o the tissue no kra na ba ko pe bi one rope o the foul na na wawie
okay and you know and also no during menstruation and so no I'm say the hygiene is very, very important. Napkins should be changed, you know, or whatever is used must be changed. And a man only use it. I don't subscribe to sex toys. But since we are speaking to the general public, if you happen to have the misfortune of using a sex toy, make sure you keep it clean.
Misfortune.
Yeah. Oh, many abre. Make sure you keep it clean. Making sure you keep it clean. Yeah. Because if I use a sex toy and I won't clean it, no one say use it. You can introduce bacteria into whatever. And drinking water. Well, drinking water and also after sex, and not holding pee, not holding urine and so you know. So sometimes drinking a lot of water and not holding pee, because when you hold the pee somehow, I think you are more susceptible to some things, you know. And douching also douching. Mbappe believe it said when they douche, but from research and the white papers that I've looked through, douching VJJ vulnerable to a lot of things because the area needs some bacteria. What's a natural vagina bacteria? Well, to keep the place under a born into a soap and water, you know, because some of the douches and some of the things that are used to clean, they have all these perfumes and things in there. Well, and it's killing some bacteria, it's killing some things, you know, down there. And after pubic hair, you try to chasso. Well, we just kuha sana. Well, woman in nice shape, come on. What are some and cleaning? When you are cleaning, I think it's front to back. You don't clean back to front because I think that the distance between the VJJ and the a-hole is very small. Into back
the person can you on a man private use toilet na cleaning from front to back, not back to front. Okay, man, motion is from front to back. To wipe actually.
And after so no, one more blow TT, no. If you have the misfortune, misfortune, because you're in the Christopher, you believe in TT. But when the Bama no blow with TT, you see, mom blow VJJ and son will blow TT, you know. Because he'll blow TT now, he's going to introduce fecal matter and dangerous matter into your VJJ. And it will be a problem when it may come to general public. And I think to lose clothes, so a man from it me a foul. Well, and I think, sir, to never chat to one also, no, I think couples should learn not to shame one another, but to help one another. To say Prophet Abanakano, who be na a new and I embarrassing. Find a nice way to attack things, because minimum babia no mun to me wo no obano ko test who so no ye fertile no catch a bearman no say onko test na bearman in person onko test na entokwa inti we no ni doctor because she share ho inti anopa bi ni ku asiesie no ho ko adwuma ho no tricky bearman no only bearman I don't know how she collected the semen or collected it straight to the hospital and it was tested. Inti there are ways and means of going around things which will not embarrass the partner. Well, ABI won't have problem. Oh, yanko checkup, yanko general checkup. Now, you know, more checking my blood near the no more shall say be the day. Into I think, sir, with what the guests have said, no, I think I've just added my 2 pence to it. Into money DNA.
All right. Until I say in general, no, now yanko in general. Until in general, no, we share a if anything personal hygiene is what memma no manum near the adeno. Until they can say mouthwash at least over brush a crown on the anya you crown twice before and after bed. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is you brush. I think we all know. But I know a laziness and I'm a and sana because or no babeda a shibenku what did or brushing is not catching the brush out. So cassette you person just a manu bon. I won't move bon brush it. It's as simple as that. That is the sense of it. So what do I quadruma ba one rolly why you near be bread be any different after bet that is what be kissing the pan brushing is so no. Now kasa home. You don't need to be told into fashion so pa so be compemuno. So no you let it be a habit, say brush your teeth before you sleep. Now brushing soon in the morning. In between, so mouthwash, there are other freshness. Be a bit more and the man so I can say, "Mama, you keep your nails in very clean. Very, very clean to your nails." And so now wash your inside regularly. Very important, especially over da. Yes, I pepe. Now maka see we near manual. Ne bobo near marketing kitibi so your boxer shorts. In between your shoe and temono. You're making sure say big clean honey in between, upia kugu baby and watch ya upia kugu and watch ya chini kama pa na enye kama na boxer shorts so no betimia ka twice a day to be bregu na oba sheba kokoba no udi akugu events laundry no we change so very important obi otimi sheba ma timi she boxer shorts bako 3-4 times 3-4 days. Pacho there be a problem. Yes, Nana.
Well, but look, but what's wrong with the women getting the boxers for their husband? You know, these you could get the boxers, the undergarment like the singlets and stuff like that. You could get it for your husband and you can keep replenish it for him, right? So he has plenty of them to use. Well, that is interesting. Then, probably when he takes it off to take a shower, then you just have to grab it and put it in a laundry wash.
How long can you continue doing that?
Well, especially if it's a problem for you, then I think you have to have a way. For instance, you could maybe help, get his clothes for him before he goes to work. You just trying to manage the problem until the light bulb obviously goes up and he has a ha-ha moment and say, oh, because these things probably sometimes when you bring it up, it can be, you can butt heads a little bit. So you have to have a way around it. Like, okay, you're going to work tomorrow. Let me help you put your clothes, lay your clothes for you. And then you include a new underwear.
All right.
That is
Pastor Eric.
That's a solution.
Pastor Eric, number chapum to saying.
Yeah, me see you almost right.
Yeah, me adom. Yeah, point now, baby Jay and Quine.
Oh, sir.
Aye. My opportunity next year will be our CBI.
Yeah, chair. Panel phone na obia also bro me prof. Yeah, Pastor Jacob ni mama sewa. Any etieko nyina.
Yeah, then ya me asipa. Ebusiafo Pastor Eric join me man aka bibi kakra bi na afa dia dia baby. Na me pese e be more than 3 hours. And ye drew man sent ye be ko ba before no Mr. Wa wo hwe bibia no tro number we to ho. 078 74 10 8821 078. I repeat it. Who are outside the country and Patrick 0 who are outside the UK +44. That is 0044 78 74 10 8821. Patrick sa number a lawyer down so number. Uhia lawyer nko adia. Bomodi answer be friend in terms of immigration and all that. No one din komo say there. You kruma UK ha you free EU nim no. Ama ye here a lot of professionals pa. Into Mr. Wa wo hwe yem bia no make sure say lawyer Anderson the number na osofu brobe e de ato amaye no fa number na free lawyer Anderson and a lawyer Danso o frɛ no a na obo LMLS na wo any issue bia migration issue bia no a just give him a call we yes ano a ebeboa amade bia so timi aye kama very very important intino abusuafo that is what it is esremo a momodia na mon contact lawyer Danso na yenhwe de eko and Pastor Eric now in taking this easy say what do you want to say about what is happening right now about in sema ya bobo sunya mpacho then